Indeed, guys, the gospel industry here in Nigeria has actually lost a legend. RIP once again to you, Chinedu. We love you so much, and believe me, you're forever going to be in our hearts. Welcome again to another video right in the same channel, Celeb Gossip Naija. Do hit the subscribe button if you're new, and of course smash that bell notification button so you get notified on a daily. And if at all you're a long time subscriber, God bless you and thank you so much for the constant love. We do so much appreciate it. Guys, in today's video we're still going to be talking about Chinedu Nwadike, the 39 years old gospel singer who passed on just a couple of days ago because of cancer of the blood. I don't know, but I feel like what happened to this man can actually be anybody's portion. So I feel like those that were out there saying that this man was using his illness to like extort money from people, I feel like you guys really need, or you like owe this man a very great apology. So we're going to be talking about this particular man, and we're going to be talking about what his private doctor had to reveal or had to say. And just like a quick reminder, most of these actors, these actresses, or more like most of these celebrities that you see going online and offline and stuff like that, they do have their private doctors. And this is actually quite easy because they can get to them at will. They pay them even on a monthly. It's just easier for them. And Chinedu was not actually excluded because he had his own private or more like personal doctor. So we're going to talk about what this man had to say. I know very well that it is somehow against their policies, or more like against their ethics, to like come online and say some stuff regarding what they had discussed in private with their patients. But I feel like in this particular case, this man really had to say some stuff. So we actually got his tweets on Twitter, and fortunately, or more like unfortunately, we're not going to release or more like make his names known because we don't want you guys going and start dragging him or sending him all sort of messages and stuff like that. So I'm just going to read out the information that he passed, and who knows, it might actually be of help to you. So he said something like, what happened to gospel musician Chinedu Nwadike is just a clear advice to some people out there that neglect their system. The human body is complicated. Avoid getting angry unnecessarily. HBP and diabetes are just a few of the causes of kidney failure. So this last paragraph is quite something that I want you guys to grab. So I'll just take it all over again. He said the human body is complicated. Avoid getting angry unnecessarily. HBP, which stands for high blood pressure, and diabetes are just a few of the causes of kidney failure. So just like a quick recap, Chinedu was actually having kidney failure. He was having kidney issues, that is, both of his kidneys were not functioning at all. And I'm sure I earlier on explained the result, or what happens when this is actually in your body, or when you're suffering from this particular issue. So when you don't have kidneys, urine production does not actually occur. Your tummy somehow like bulges out, and it's almost like you're pregnant, but it's not. It's just accumulated fluid and some waste materials that needed to like exit the body. So keeping all that biology aside and getting back into the video, this particular medical doctor dropped another tweet, and he said something like, Chinedu Nwadike passed on because of cancer of the blood, and many people are suffering from such and still haven't realized that. Do your checkups regularly and avoid finding out when it's late. RIP Chinedu Nwadike. So I feel like this second part of the tweet is more like an advice. So he's actually making us to know that Chinedu passed on because of cancer of the blood, and he added that checkups are very much necessary, and it's very important that you find out that you're having an issue, or more like an illness, when it's still like in its growing stage. I mean, it becomes very much easier to like treat it, right? Because you can just eliminating the one or two antibiotics and stuff like that, and you're going to be okay. But if you allow it to get chronic, then there's a high probability and a high percentage that you won't get cured, and you are not really going to make it out of that situation. Or even if you do, you're going to be on drugs all your life because you can't actually cope on your own. So more like an advice, he's telling people to like do checkups regularly so they can actually find out what is wrong with their systems. He continued saying that avoid being exposed to radiations, avoid taking in some stuff through your mouth or whatsoever in excess in order to stay clear from cancer of the blood. So talking about this radiation stuff, I'm sure you guys know what this man is talking about. So there's always this part of the hospital that it's more like they've written there that radiation rays, radiation are passing by, do not cross this line. I mean, those type of things are very much necessary, and they are always placed in hospitals to like warn people from crossing. And it might actually interest you to know that the moment like a column of radiation passes through your body, like 100,000 cells are destroyed. So that is why they want people not to like cross that. But there are certain people that still go ahead. I mean, if you do that continuously, you're indirectly or more like directly causing harm to your cells. And what happens when your cells are no longer active? You start having difficulties in moving, you start having difficulties in performing basic activities or basic stuff for life. So avoid that too. So talking about all these tweets that this doctor made clear, I feel like you guys can really much understand that what is happening or what happened to Chinedu Nwadike is far from being spiritual. I mean, at this particular level, it is very much far from being spiritual. It's more like a certain health imbalance, health issue, like imbalance of certain solutions in your body that caused that to happen. And I feel like anybody can actually have this. So do all to check up, like go to the hospital on a daily, do your basic checkups so you get to like be free from anything. And of course, if there is anything that you're going through, get treated immediately. Do not allow it to like accumulate before you get your treatments. So I don't know how to put this, but we're really already missing this man and his music. And believe me, the internet has actually been like broken into two ever since this man passed on. And RIP is the only thing we can say. We're very much sure that he's resting well, he's resting in a better place. And for his family, his wife and two kids, for some of you guys that did not know, this man happens to be married. He was married, or should I say he's still married? Well, I don't know, but he was married to this lady called Dora Chinedu Nwadike, and of course they had two kids. So I'm very much certain that God is going to take total control of them, and who knows, and we'll see how things unfold. For all the money that was actually raised to like take care of him, I feel like that money can just get transferred to the wife's coffers, so maybe she uses it to like take care of herself. RIP once again to you, Chinedu.